Hey, I'm Noah Bain. These are my top 10 games I'm most looking forward to in 2016. It will be interesting to compare this list at the end of the year to what will be my top 10 games of the year. Number 10. The new Mass Effect should be good. If the gameplay is up to par with how 3 was, then that's good enough, and then hopefully it's like good new companions, good new choices. Hopefully they do like a trilogy sort of thing, and hopefully the end choices are actually really good. Only bad thing though, it's EA, which means have to use Origin. There'll probably be a bunch of DLC, and there might be a tactical multiplayer, which will probably be okay, but I'd probably rather they just don't do that and like spend the money on the single player and make it better, but whatever. It should be good. Number 9. Dishonored 2. This time you get to play as Emily, Corvo's daughter, and apparently you play as her like for the first like half hour, and then you choose between Corvo or Emily, which is pretty cool. And they're different, like they have different powers and stuff. Anyway, it's like a first person shooter, but there's like abilities and you can be stealth, and there's a little bit of melee. The whole world's really interesting. It's like almost a bit sci-fi but also old school, and yeah, it should be pretty good. Number 8. Pokken Tournament. This is like Pokemon crossed with Tekken sort of, I guess, where it's like a Pokemon fighter game, I guess. It was in the arcades for a while in Japan, now it's coming to Wii U, which should be good. I'm also interested in how like easy the game's to pick up, but then how hard it is to master, how the learning curve is. It looks pretty, and I'm not really sure who to main yet. Number 7. Bombshell. Please, 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 please be good. Oh god. This was originally going to be a Duke Nukem game, but then they didn't have the rights. And Bombshell is like a top-down sort of like action RPG, kind of like Diablo except sci-fi. And you got like crazy guns, lots of enemies and explosions, and from what I can tell, like really cheesy dialogue, like B grade, but it could be funny. Hopefully the game's good, but I will wait for reviews on this one. Number 6. Star Fox Zero. Because this was delayed, that makes me think, that's like raises my hopes and expectations that it will be good, because it was looking a little bit but I think it will be good. Like graphically it looks okay. I'm not so keen on like the walking R-wing thing. From what I've read, they've made it like the main missions are more like the normal missions, and the side missions are more the weird experimental stuff, and you don't have to use gyro controls anymore. You don't have to use the gamepad screen cockpit view for the shooting anymore, except for maybe probably in the side missions, but that's okay. Number 5. Deus Ex Mankind Divided. This should be really, really, really good. Plays Jensen again. Hopefully this time you can do like melee without having to use a bloody battery, because that was retarded. You know, really cool world, cool tech. Again, it's a first person shooter with abilities and hacks and whatnot. Good story, good choices. It should be pretty good. The one before was pretty good, except for the boss battles, but I think they're like well aware of that by now. Number 4. XCOM 2. I've actually been like avoiding the trailers for this because I'm trying to avoid spoilers, because the more blind you are going in, the better. Like for XCOM, the one before this one, there's like this big enemy you come across, and it's got like a shitload of HP. When you first discover it, you're like, holy crap. When you see that HP, you just know you're screwed. XCOM 2, turn-based, top-down strategy game with more aliens, more classes. Actually, sort of interesting story in this one as well, because this one's set after the one before, where instead of winning, you actually lost, which is pretty cool, even though I won my game, but I was playing easy. Number 3. Pikmin 4. There's no footage out, no screenshots, but in an interview, Miyamoto said that the game is like very close to completion. Very close to completion on what console though? 3DS, Wii U, NX? Hopefully Wii U, because that's really the only one I actually really wanted on. 3 was like excellent. There was like not much really wrong with it. It got a little bit fiddly with like 3 people, and so many Pikmin you gotta like sort of move around if you need certain ones. It can be a bit fiddly, but 3 was excellent. Like the only thing I didn't like was the chick character. She was like really unlikable. If Pikmin 4 is on Wii U, then it is an instant buy. Number 2. Space Pirates and Zombies number 2. This looks so good. The first one's really good as well. It was like top down sort of strategy space shooter sort of, with like different factions to sort of help in like side missions and sort of exploration. No release date yet, but it should be this year. And the ships are more like modular now, so you got more customization, and you can play it in like third person sort of camera, but I'm probably going to play it as top down. It all depends what way one feels better, I guess. But this will be like a instant buy pre-order. Number 1. My most anticipated game for 2016 is Fire Emblem Fates. Pre-ordered special edition, so it gives me all 3 storylines. Some people have a cry about how the game's split with the Birthright and Conquest, how that is, and then there's a then there's a third storyline DLC, but there's a breakdown of how each version is so much different than the other, with the story, characters, dialogue, maps, the objectives to do on the maps. It's not all for value. Awakening was like, I'm pretty sure my favourite game of 2013 when it came out, and this one looks just as good, maybe even better. So those are my most anticipated games of 2016. Thanks for watching.